We are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports War. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Port. It's Barnes, it's Tony beside the other side of the glass. What's going on, man?
Banana.
Little extra energy. Uptime this morning?
No, dude. No uptime. No coffee either, dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
No coffee today? Like you're just making a stand? No coffee?
Not real, dude. Honestly, kind of a rough morning for me. Woke up normal 4 o'clock, right? Get ready to go to the gym. I woke up, immediately fell back asleep. Woke up at 6. Missed the gym.
Oh, missed the gym. Mm-hmm. I didn't realize that. Oh, wow.
Missed the gym, dude. I know. Kind of tough. But I mean, it is what it is. I guess I got some more sleep. Apparently, I needed it, dude. Woke up, didn't even bother with the coffee, just got ready, came here.
Wow. Okay. So, hey, man, I've been telling you about sleep. I mean, hey, that's an important part. We've been talking health and stuff. So,
listen, obviously the body needed it, so that's why I fell back asleep, I guess, right?
What time did you go to bed last night?
Oh, like 11:30.
Oh, yeah, man. Because it's like we're going to bed at the same time, but I'm getting up 2 hours later.
Yeah, I know, dude. I kind of shot myself in the foot, maybe. But, it happens.
Yeah, exactly. Are you gonna just take the day off, or maybe a little sauna action later or something?
I don't know. I'll see the schedule. Maybe later today I'll go or something. Yeah. But I mean, it's obviously tough because usually going in the morning, not worry about later.
Right.
Gotta do some work and stuff. So I don't know. We'll see. Definitely gonna have some coffee though. That is definitely.
Oh yeah, dude, that's a must. Absolutely. And I was talking to you before the show. Finally did the weights yesterday.
Yeah, buddy.
At the gym, buys and tries. And let's just say we are feeling it this morning, but. Good to get back out there, and nothing like getting a good pump. It really just makes you feel good.
Especially when you do buys and your arm is just like you can't even like touch your shoulder because your pump is so good. Yeah. Dude, feels so good. When was the last time you did arms?
I mean, at least a year.
Wow.
And I would say I haven't had a consistent lifting routine in 5 years, probably.
Wow, dude.
That's a long time. I mean, tons of cardio, tons of basketball, tons of swimming in between. Got a nice swim in yesterday afterwards. So that felt good as well. But dude, this same thing though, I don't know what it is. Like the sauna after the swim. I don't know. I just like it so much better when I'm just like sweating from the elliptical and going there. It feels so weird. I don't know if it's like the chlorine coming off or something. Like it doesn't hit the same.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, again, we were talking about swimming, you don't really like sweat necessarily,
Right.
So it's not like you feel like I guess like you did a rigorous workout, I suppose. But yeah, there's nothing like the sauna after a run. Or the elliptical when you're just like,
dude.
Oh,
yeah, man.
So good for you.
So much better, of course. And then I'm kind of like torn. Like, I don't want to be like, not being able to move all weekend. So I just don't know, like, do I take today off from lifting and then get a lift in tomorrow? Like, I'm not sure how to really play it.
Well, you can do something like legs today. Don't even touch your arms really. Do legs today. And then when your legs are feeling like jello tomorrow, maybe you can hit some chest or shoulders or something.
Yeah, because it's funny, though, like thinking about it, I feel like, I don't know. I mean, it's all relative, of course, but I feel like the sore that hurts the most is the chest. Like when you do too much like bench and stuff.
Yeah, dude, definitely. Because I feel like you feel it the most, like in your chest. And then like anytime you like move like your arms or like you're just like, oh, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. When you guys do chest, do you do regular bench or is it you do dumbbell press?
It depends. We'll mix it up. I would say more often than not, we'll do like flat bench press, and then an incline bench press with the the bar, and then like just to mix it up every so often, we'll do like dumbbell bench press, like incline dumbbells and stuff. So
Yeah, I can't remember.
Cable flies, dude.
Oh, dude, I love those. Those used to be my favorite.
Those are really good.
The problem is a lot of times, not you would do this, but a lot of times you see people doing those in the gym and just staring at the mirror the whole time.
Oh, dude, it's gross.
And I love I didn't get to do it yesterday because like everyone was on it. The gym was kind of packed. The rope for buys and tries.
Oh,
that's one of
yeah.
my favorites as well.
I love doing the rope pull downs.
Yes.
The tries. Those are so good.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, that's definitely a good exercise for sure. So definitely, like I said, nice to get back in it.
Yeah.
Finish it off with some nice shrimp and broccoli for dinner. Little
so
rice
good.
mixed in, and it was crazy. Like I think I prepared it wrong last time. Are you familiar with I know this is like a ridiculous question, but Argentinian shrimp?
I can't say I am, dude.
So went to Costco because they have the best deal on shrimp. Like you get like 2 pounds for like, I don't
Norwalk?
know. Yes.
Nice.
Or I guess Norwalk, Darien border. But it's like $20 something. And I was like, oh, like Argentinian shrimp, that seems like it's better quality. I'll get that. And it says it's raised from the sea versus like the other shrimp I usually get is from the farm, which, obviously isn't as like good.
Right.
But it's like weird. It's like you can't cook it unless it's thawed, and you can only cook it for a little bit. So I didn't know that last time, and I threw it in the air fryer for like 12 minutes.
Oh, 12 minutes.
It was so soft and like disgusting. But yesterday, just put it on top of the pan, didn't cook it as long. Definitely was better, but it's like, I don't know. I feel like I'm just used to the way like just regular like cocktail shrimp is. Like,
yeah, dude. Is it frozen when you buy it?
It is frozen.
It's
yeah.
frozen. So you thaw it in the fridge.
I actually just went microwave, so that might be a reason
too.
Yeah, man. But I swear, broccoli with oil and garlic, I could eat every single day.
Every day.
Yeah.
Every day, dude. You ever like after you saute it a little bit, pop it in like the oven or the toaster oven with some breadcrumbs on top?
Oh, but that does sound good.
Oh, broccoli oreganata, dude.
Oh man, yeah, that does sound good. I'm curious what you think, because like I know you probably are big on olive oil like myself. Have you ever gone avocado oil?
I think for a little bit, dude, but that's just expensive.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, because my roommate like just picked it up and he's like, "Oh, I got it at Costco, better deal." But it's like supposedly it's like better for you. And I just was like, I wasn't quite seeing it just because I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? Like avocado obviously has like a lot of fat in it.
Right,
well.
but it's like good fat apparently. Like olive oil isn't terrible for you.
You just can't
like overdo it because there's like, I mean, it is fatty oil, but it's like it's still good for you too. Obviously not as good as avocado oil. For a while, actually, I was rolling with coconut oil.
Yes, my mom uses that. Actually.
Coconut oil is good. It's like really good for you. However, like you taste like a hint of coconut with everything.
Right. So it's like I'm not having broccoli coconut.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I used to do it. I used to use it for my eggs in the morning and stuff. That's fine.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But put hot sauce on it anyway. You know,
but it's funny. Yeah, me and Matt have always loved olive oil. Like he always, we would always call it Earl.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, dipping it with the bread. But you know, you gotta watch out for the bread. You know, there's all these things.
You go to a nice Italian restaurant, they give you bread with the olive oil with red pepper flakes, the oregano, and it's just
no. But I could just have that for dinner.
Literally though, with some good warm, fresh bread.
The warmth is what it's all about.
It really. I hate when you go to a restaurant and it's cold.
Oh my god!
Clearly, it's been like not warmed up. Like, dude, come on, it takes 2 minutes. Pop it in the oven for a little bit. Like, give me a break.
And I understand the logistical challenges now with lack of workers, this and that, but. Restaurants sometimes like it's just like where I don't know where the common sense is, honestly. It's like you're a food like industry business. Like, how do you mess up any part of the food? How is the food not good? How is the food not fresh? Like, how do you expect that to work?
Dude, I have close to no patience with that. So I won't go there again if I have like a bad experience.
Oh my god.
Like, I won't go back there. It's not worth it to me.
Yeah. No, you're definitely right. And you know, before we get into some basketball and hockey, I just was looking on NBCSportsEdge.com, formerly Roto World, and some baseball, you know, which we haven't really talked about too much. And a positive news for the New York Yankees, pitcher Jameson Taillon, you know, coming off ankle surgery, said in a recent interview that he hasn't experienced any issues with his surgically repaired right ankle while throwing this offseason. And it says that he's on track to rejoin the Yankees rotation in the spring. I think that's big news for the Yankees.
Yeah, it's huge, dude. They're definitely going to need him. in the rotation, to help out Cole and everything, and Monty, and hopefully it kind of comes out hot to start off the season. What exactly was the injury? What was the surgery on?
Yeah, just ankle. I think it was like a torn tendon or something.
Torn tendon, and was he battling with that like all season?
Towards the end, when he came back. Now, I mean, obviously, going into last year, he was coming off missing basically 2 seasons. I think he pitched 1 inning or whatever, 1 game in 2019. Do you feel he's just as much as a question mark going into this season, or you feel like there's a little more confidence now that he pitched over 100 innings last year?
Yeah, I would say there's more confidence. Of course, especially with ankle injury is definitely something to be concerned about. But I mean, if you compare him to like, a Corey Kluber, obviously, like I'd be way more confident in his play than like, because obviously Kluber was the other pitcher they got coming off an injury, not pitching a lot. So yeah, dude, I think the season's gonna be bright for him.
And I could be completely wrong, but I think Kluber, the Rays, I think he's going to finish top 10 Cy Young this year. I'm not even kidding.
Really?
I know nothing pointed to that last year with all the injuries and the inconsistent performance after the injury. But it's just like they have this impact on pitching that I've just never seen before. I mean, really the only thing that didn't work out recently, I guess you could say, was bringing back Chris Archer last year. He struggled with some injuries. And then went to the bullpen, and then as well as Rich Hill, who the Mets ended up getting. But most of the time, they bring some guy in, they're going to do better. I mean, look what Charlie Morton did while he was there as well. So are you anticipating that with him in Tampa, or is it still a wild card in your eyes?
I think it's still a wild card, dude. I think it's gonna be a big question mark. I feel like he was out for a little bit too, obviously, with this past year. So, I mean, I don't know, dude. I can't see it. How old is he? What is he, like?
He's got to be 36, right? Or is it 35 going on
35
36?
going on 36. So it'll be 36 in April.
Basically.
For the season. It'll be 36. Yeah, dude, I don't know. I mean, like you said, obviously Tampa Bay has done great with getting older pitchers and kind of, I guess, like redeveloping them a little bit and changing stuff up. And it's been for the good for the most part, but I'd be really impressed if they did it with Kluber, dude. I don't think he's really got it.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. So that's just
Cy Young Award winning. I don't know, dude.
I mean, he's won what, 2? Is that what it says? It's weird because usually it says it at the top.
More info, bio, Instagram. I don't want to know his Instagram, dude.
I'm almost
2-time Cy Young Award.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm almost positive about that.
3-time All-Star. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know, dude.
No, I feel you, man. And obviously I would love for him to falter. That's only going to help out the Yankees. And then some other Yankee news, their vice president of player development said Wednesday that star prospect Anthony Volpe is expected to open the 2022 season at AA Somerset and hopefully make an impact in the big league soon. And then it also goes on to say that he's a candidate, to be a late season call-up. And you look at what he did, I believe, it was low A and high A last year.
Right.
He hit almost 300 with 27 home runs and stole 33 bases. This guy, I mean, is really on track to be the future of the New York Yankees.
Yeah, honestly, dude. And it seems like he's going to get some playing time too now, which is great. Hopefully, he does well, I'm anticipating him doing well, right? I mean,
yeah,
all the scouting reports are pretty high on him, like you were talking about. And, the Yankees could definitely use a nice young guy to come up and set a tone.
And they also have Oswaldo Peraza.
Yeah.
And I think they're saying he possibly, depending on what they do the rest of free agency here, could possibly even start. They like what he does defensively. And I mean, you look at him, he's only 21. So, like I said, more of a defensive bat. But if you look at what he did in the minors last year, I mean, he hit almost 300.
Let's go.
Stole 38 bases.
There we go.
And had an OPS of 834, on base of 356. So that's another guy. So, I mean, with that being said, Tony, they know what they have with Volpe.
Right.
Do you think that really takes them out of the conversation of signing or trading for a big-time shortstop?
I mean, at this point, like, who else is able to be signed?
Correa. I don't think
Did Story go anywhere?
And Story. Yeah, but I would rather have Volpe start opening day than sign Trevor Story.
Yeah, honestly, at that point, but I mean, dude, Correa.
No, Correa is good, man.
I
But
know.
I want to save that money. I want to give Judge every single penny that he wants. You know what I mean? And I just feel like if we give Correa $300 million, how are we gonna have room for that with Garrett Cole's contract and Giancarlo Stanton?
No, yeah, I mean that's very true. But I mean, are you really worried about Judge
not
having an issue with his contract and potentially leaving the Yankees? Is that even a little bit of a concern for you?
I would say my confidence level is about 95%.
Right.
But I just am worried because I know how they've been with negotiations in the past, like Randy Levine and all that stuff, and Cashman getting into it with Jeter and stuff. So it's just like I don't want to commit that amount of money, but I don't even think we have to worry about it. Because I mean, if you had to give your best guess, wouldn't you say there's a pretty low chance that they actually will sign Correa?
Yeah, I would think so, dude. I mean, the man is pretty well hated. It's going to be tough, regardless of how good he is. Again, like you mentioned, the prospects they have in Volpe and Peraza. I mean, I think it is more worth it to bring up the younger guys. But I mean, I feel the Yankees haven't really done that. So I don't know. I don't know if they would do that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking maybe they feel like, okay, it's time to change it up. Obviously, the way we've been approaching prospects isn't working.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been some talk about acquiring Matt Chapman on the trade market, and I just feel like if they do acquire him, they probably would have to give up Peraza, which I guess would be okay, and maybe Gio Urshela. I don't know if the A's would really want Gio Urshela,
right?
But he could always play shortstop, so it's just there's so many different directions you could go.
Chapman's the first baseman, right?
Chapman, third baseman.
He's third baseman.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you could put him at third, but then it's like with LeMahieu and Torres. I mean, I think Glaber's going to stay because I just think they want to bet, because he had such high trade value only a couple of years ago. So to trade him now just wouldn't make sense. So I feel like you pencil him in at second, but then it's like if he's at second, LeMahieu has to play first or third.
Right.
And then they're talking about Rizzo, they're talking about Olsen. So it's like,
and
then they have Voit.
Right. Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know how to, I guess obviously we'll see, but it's just kind of hard to say, what they're going to do. And then with that logjam, it's like they basically have to make a trade before they sign anyone because they already have not enough spots for everyone that they have.
Yeah, I know. They kind of are in a tough position. They have, like you said, they're looking at Matt Olson. They have 2 first basemen already. What does Peraza play?
Short.
He plays short, and so does Volpe.
Yeah. But that's the thing. So they think Volpe is the future of the franchise. So Peraza is definitely available in a trade, but Volpe is not ready. But it's just like and then it's like I think though the way they're trying to be frugal with dollars now, that it would make sense that Peraza plays short. So maybe it's just one trade for the A's, get Olsen, and then I guess play LeMahieu at third and have Gio be a utility infielder if they don't trade him to the A's.
Right.
And I love him coming off the bench.
LeMahieu?
Urshela.
Urshela?
I think he's a perfect guy off the bench.
Yeah, no, I think you're right, dude. That is like a tough spot there, and honestly, in terms of moving guys around, it's kind of a little ridiculous. Because then even if they get Olsen, you're still you're rotating Rizzo and Olsen?
And they don't have Rizzo as a free agent, so they don't even have him under contract. Plus, there's Voit. And then the A's aren't going to want Voit. At least I don't think. Way. And then, so it's just like, I don't know. It's tough. And it's just funny, too, because like my friend, like he's, just as big of a Yankee fan as me, but he gets very negative quickly. I'm able to really weather it. And then I hit a breaking point. Gino, let me finish type of situation.
Give me a minute, Gino.
And he's very tight that they didn't do anything before the lockout, but it's like, I don't know. Maybe I am the eternal optimist, but I know they're going to do something. And I just feel like without doing anything drastic, I still feel like they have a very good chance to win a World Series. It's all about everybody performing up to the expectations that are set forth for them.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens after this lockout is done and they make some moves, and we'll see what type of team they're fielding. But the Yankees are always in question to win the World Series. But I guess we'll see. Do they have to make the right moves? I really do think bringing up the younger guys is going to be a good stepping stone in terms of them making better decisions down the road for the season.
Yeah. And then I think in terms of really every position, other than obviously like Stanton, Judge, players like that, just say everybody's job is up for grabs in spring training.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's the way it should be, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think they're going to pursue Rizzo? Like, definitely? Or do they let him go?
I think it's their backup plan because I think they really want Olsen. That's like the feel I get. And then it's like, oh, maybe they get a package deal with Olsen. But do you feel like if they get Olsen and Chapman, that would mean that they're trading probably Peraza, Urshela, Voit, and some more prospects. So then that would clear up the logjam.
Yeah, definitely.
But
then at that point, don't you think they would keep Rizzo if they gave up Voit?
But then if they're getting Olsen.
Right, but
he could play first.
Yeah.
So I feel like Olsen.
So they would still let Rizzo go, you think?
Oh,
even regardless of
Matt
Olsen in the picture, Rizzo's gone. Voit could be gone too.
Yeah. And they've been trying to trade Voit for a while now. But once again, like if he's part of a big trade package like this, sure. But if it's like just a very small time trade, then keep Voit. He can lead the major leagues in home runs.
Honestly, I love him off the bench.
Yeah.
Him off the bench is awesome. Bro.
Yeah. You could tell by looking at him, he always has the fire. He
always, bro. He's freaking yoked too.
So on the Mets side of things, I mean, obviously they made a ton of moves already this offseason, highlighted by Scherzer, of course. Anything that you're really like honing in on that you want to see them do to improve the team, once this lockout ends?
Once the lockout ends, I want to say, I mean, going after a third baseman would be great. Because they have some prospects. They have a young prospect who's a third baseman, but I don't think he's ready to be brought up yet. They have a few that can go in the outfield. I forget the guy's name. I think something with a V. But I think they have some young guys they can throw into the outfield at this point. Obviously, we know Conforto's gone. There's a big question mark in terms of where McNeil is going to be too. I feel like I was reading some reports where they were put him on the trading block, but then they're like, oh no, we kind of want to keep him. I mean, he is a good player, but obviously you got to think about his relationship at this point with Lindor and how that kind of affects the team. But yeah, I would say also with them, I would like to see them bring up some younger guys for the outfield for sure.
Yeah, exactly. I was trying to pull up this prospect list, but sometimes you try to look up a prospect list and it's a video.
Yeah, it's a subscription. Yeah, sometimes the research they make it really hard for you.
And then let's see, Baseball America. I mean, you would
think yes, this is the website you want to be.
So let's just take a quick look here. See. They go top 25 or no projected 2025 lineup. Like, why are we doing this?
Yeah, 2025.
But I believe who you're referring to for third base is Mark Vientos.
Yeah, Vientos, that's him.
So let's see. So that would mean right now he's 22.
Yeah.
Born December 11th, 1999. And if you look at what he did, AAA, he split between Binghamton and Syracuse. Last year, and he hit 25 home runs and hit about 280.
Yeah, not bad, right?
Do you know anything about the glove? Have you heard, is he
quick glove, dude?
Really?
Yeah. There's also another guy who can go in the outfield. He also plays third base, Brett Batty.
I saw that name actually on this projected list.
Yeah, he's really good. I know they talked about Ronnie Mauricio.
Yep, I see. He's first baseman.
Yeah, first base. I think he plays some shortstop as well.
Okay.
So that should be interesting. I'd also like to see what they do with Cano.
Yeah.
Coming into this season. I think he's kind of the big question mark, obviously, getting in trouble with the PEDs and stuff. And it should be interesting to see if he still has some power behind the bat, if he's still quick. Because I mean, I feel like if he's good, dude, I mean, that's awesome.
I mean, it seemed like he was doing decent in the Dominican Winter League.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like, we're all anticipating the DH coming to the National League this season. So, I mean, I think he could be a perfect DH.
Yeah, I think it'd be a great DH, dude. And I think they were saying the Players Association, the owners are meeting either, I think today.
Yes, it was. Yeah. Scheduled for Thursday. Long way to go.
Dude.
Singing the blues still, of course. But it's gonna get done, of course. But I can't wait to see how these teams shape up. And with the Mets, I mean, it's like with that third baseman, it's like, why doesn't he just start opening day? I don't understand. He's 22 years old. He produced last year. I mean, I know he didn't have a full season at AAA. I mean, is it just me, or are we babying some of these players in the major leagues or minor leagues?
Yeah, I think maybe it is the babying. I don't know. It's obviously tough, dude. Obviously players aren't getting a lot of playing time down there, especially with COVID season and stuff like that. I think because it's obviously tough if they bring him up and they don't acquire someone like Bryant.
Yeah.
And he's not good. I mean, then obviously people would be murmuring like, well, dude, like why? Like Bryant was available. Why didn't you like move on him when you had the chance to? Because now you're stuck with this guy who's really not ready to play in the majors. And then you're kind of stuck with no third baseman.
Yeah. I mean, but I just feel like baseball is different than like football, for instance. Like you don't want a guy start him before he's ready. He throws 30 interceptions his rookie year and then he's never the same.
Trash, yeah.
But I just feel like baseball, like especially at the plate, like it's like you're not going to just go. I mean, most people anyway, you're not going to just go up and your first 200 bats hit 400. I mean, it's just you're gonna struggle. And I just feel like, don't you feel like there's almost long-term success is actually brewed from struggling early?
No, I think you're totally right. However, like, do the Mets? I don't think the Mets really have that type of breathing room. In terms of looking for more of a long-term success at this point,
just because of the pressure to win the World Series.
Yeah, the pressure to win the World Series. You have Scherzer now for 3 years. He is getting old. I think the better move would be acquiring a solid veteran player who is going to perform well, like Chris Bryant.
So, but then what do you do with the prospects?
I guess at this point, dude, I mean, maybe bring up a little bit here and there. But I would say get those guys full seasons under their belts in the minors, and then kind of move from there for the following season. Sign Chris Bryant to a 1 year. See if he'll take that.
Do you think he'll take that?
No, I don't.
Just had to ask that, of course.
Yeah.
So because it's like the Yankees with Correa. Like at the end of the day, his personality aside, sure, I think he improved the team, his ability, this and that. But I want to see Volpe be literally a New York legend, and I just think bringing in a guy like that, you're basically saying sooner than later, we're gonna end up trading these guys.
Yeah, no, definitely, dude. It's pumped for baseball, Barnes.
Dude,
just talking about it.
Honestly,
right
it caught you by surprise. You didn't even know
we were talking about it. And then we're starting off with it. Even I know, dude. It's great.
So I just wanted. So this was the 2025 projected lineup for the Mets. So in your estimation, are we going to be talking? So this is 3 years from now that Mark Vientos and Anthony Volpe are the toast of New York.
Dude, absolutely.
Dude, that'll be
so
sick,
good, dude.
Man. It's like baseball. Like, what is it? It's like so hard to develop your own guy, have him be a star, and have him that just doesn't happen anymore.
I know. Well, because the drop off from majors to minors is like so ridiculous, dude. Not even just like in terms of obviously the level of play they're at, and then the media, the exposure you get, especially in New York. I mean, it's night and day, dude. It's especially hard to do it in New York, dude.
Dude, I'm just looking at this too. You have a very good catching prospect as well.
Oh, he's like one of the top prospects in the minors in general.
Francisco Alvarez.
Yeah, dude.
So last year at High A Brooklyn, he hit 22 home runs, 58 RBIs, slugged 538. I mean, average was 247, but if he's hitting 247 in the majors for a catcher, I mean, that's tremendous.
That is tremendous, especially compared to what we're dealing with right now.
Wait, what do you mean? McCann's not going to be around in a couple of years?
Oh, God. I don't think so, dude.
Do you think he's full-time this year at catcher or no?
I don't think so, dude.
Yeah.
Nito does a good job.
Like you would, if it was up to you, you would just like dump him, release him, and just have Nito just be the full-time starter?
No, I don't know. Not yet, dude. I'd give him one more year.
Okay.
Because he really is. He's a great defensive catcher. He's really hard to steal on. It's just his bat has just been so lackluster and inconsistent. And I think he had, I don't know, I'm not sure. He had quite a few doubles last season, a few home runs, a few, clutch home runs as well. But it's nothing like, no consistent, like on base, like good, like stouts of getting on base and stuff like that. So, I mean, but I'll give him another year, I guess. And then we'll kind of move from there.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree with that. But love the baseball talk. And you feel we're starting on time?
On time?
The regular season, not spring training, but just the regular season.
Absolutely. Probably not, dude, honestly, at this point.
Really?
I don't think
so.
So.
How much of a delay?
Maybe like a month, 3-4 weeks.
Tony, you just ruined my day.
I don't see them budging on these issues. It's so ridiculous and childish, and it's just. I'm sorry, Bards. Oh my god.
If we could figure out a way to get Manfred removed from office, who is the guy in your eyes to come in there?
Wow. I feel like you're gonna want. I feel like a former player is the way to go.
Former player. How about? I know he's a little old, but maybe on an interim level, just have Torrey take the job.
That's funny. I was actually thinking that.
I mean, I feel like that would be tremendous.
That would be tremendous, dude. Someone who can, knows how to talk. Obviously, knows how to represent the players properly. Someone who can talk to the owners, well respected around the league.
Yeah, no, I love it. And I'm just trying to think back to I know there was a lot of criticism of Bud Selig when he was in office, but was there a rift with the players, or was he okay with the players?
I think he was okay, right?
Yeah, I mean, from what I know, the media, the way they covered him, they were really. I know, I guess the steroid stuff, was the biggest part, but that's what we need. It all starts from the top. Let's turn baseball around. Let's get it to be more national. Right now, it's very regional. And of course, myself, you included, I think you have a little more patience to watch just a national game versus me, but it's it's just very, very regional, and it's no one even knows what's going on with these other teams, and the players aren't marketed well, other than the players in the big cities.
Yeah, no, I think you're totally right. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I feel like Tampa Bay is probably one of the best examples of not marketing a team correctly. I mean,
and a team that's fun to watch.
A team that's good, bro. They perform well. Yeah, a lot of talent, a lot of young guys, a good farm system. I mean, it really is mind-boggling, that how they don't have a huge market.
I mean, wouldn't Randy Arozarena, if he was on the Yankees or the Mets, be a legend?
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
Be the face of the team, dude.
Yeah. So hopefully these issues get resolved, and we're back on the diamond before we know it. But for now, let's go to the world of the National Basketball Association.
The Bulls go! LeBron James at the buzzer! He banks in the three! And the Lakers win the game!
They don't win the game. But first, a more positive topic, Tony. We did see the New York Knicks 108-85 over Dallas last night, and the RJ Barrett show continues. Another 30-point game, 32, 4 of 7 from three-point range to go along with 7 boards. He has really taken over this leadership role on the Knicks.
Dude, I absolutely love to see it. I really do. I was watching him last night. So much fun to watch. He's got some sweet moves. He was shaking defenders. He had a couple threes. Dude, he had a nice light touch, a couple floaters as well. I mean, at this point, I think he's really coming to his own. He's playing with confidence, with drive, and like you said, dude, he's being a leader for the team, and obviously, it's boding well for everyone else. I did see. I didn't watch the whole game, but Randall was looking pretty good.
Yeah, he actually had a good game, 17, 12, and 8. So I feel like if Mike was here, he would say, trade him right now. Now he's back up.
Trade that. He's back up, guys. Dude.
No, because honestly, in all seriousness, though, I would honestly try to trade him. I just feel like, Barrett's young, Robinson's young. If you could get Knox in the rotation, we know what we have with Obi here. I just feel like if you could get some type of value back for Randall, it would be tremendous for this team.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. And it's, Mike, we do joke about, Mike getting Zion and stuff, but I think that's really possible.
That would be insane. The only thing I don't like about that is I think, they would try for Barrett. Obviously the Knicks, I don't believe would trade Barrett. If they did, I think that would be a mistake because it seems like he's getting better and better. And then I know you could find a defensive center, but Mitchell Robinson has really come on. He had 19 points, 10 boards, 2 blocks last night.
Nice, dude.
I just feel like the chemistry, you want guys to stay together because I feel like for this trade, let's say you can keep Barrett, but they're still going to want Robinson. They're still going to want Randall. They're probably going to want Obi. They're probably going to want Grimes. So that's a lot of guys that have, grown close over these last couple of years. And I just question if that's going to ruin the team chemistry.
Yeah, I think giving up Robinson would be a big no-no, I feel like, for the Knicks. I mean, like you mentioned, he had 2 blocks last night. I think he had 4 blocks the other night. I mean, on the defensive side of the ball, is huge, dude. And again, like you mentioned, obviously basketball, huge chemistry game. The Knicks are in a nice stride right now, but I mean, I would give up Grimes. I would give up Obi too, and Randall, and see, do they have any draft picks they can?
I think they have Dallas's first round pick this year. So late first round pick, sure, have it. And the Knicks pick, at the very worst, should be in the middle of the first round. So I think give up those.
Yeah, give up those. And honestly, dude, like how I feel like Zion, like the more he's on the Pelicans, the more he's like not really playing. I mean, isn't his trade value going down a little bit, dude?
But he's, what it is though? It's like that brand recognition. Like
Right.
everybody knows him, the legend, all the highlights and everything, and the explosion he has. I think every team would really be clamoring to get their hands on him if he was available.
That's ridiculous. I mean, I feel plus with like his struggle with injuries and stuff, and the weight gain and out of shape, dude. Like, I mean, he's gonna take some time to develop at any team he goes to, for sure.
Oh yeah. But I mean, what is he? 21, 20. So I like I said, I think everyone will be lining up at the door to trade him, and I would love to see what he would do in the Garden with RJ, with Robinson. If they could keep Robinson, of course, that would be special. So, we'll have to see. I don't know if a trade is going to happen this year. It might not happen until after the season. So for now, they're going to have to work with this group. And I do think, though, if they were to acquire him, I don't even think the Pelicans would want Randall.
You don't think so?
Just because they're a younger team.
Too old,
Ingram's been going nuts, and he was actually on the Pelicans years ago. But I just think they want to get younger, not older. So that's just something to keep in mind. But hey, we'll see. I mean, these trades surprise us all the time. But I do think the Knicks are finally headed back in the right direction. I think they were at 1 point 4 or 5 games under 500. Now at 21-21, have the same record to this point as they did last season. So do you feel that, they're headed on a similar trajectory, or do you feel like they still have to mix something up if they want to get to that level where they were being the 4th seed in the Eastern Conference last year?
Honestly, I think they'll definitely be the 4th seed. They can definitely be the 4th seed again. I mean, with the way Barrett is coming into his own, and again, if Randall starts playing consistently, I think they're going to even do more damage in the playoffs. They have a better shot at, kind of going further into the playoffs.
Yeah. So I hope they turn it around.
Yeah, I think so.
It's fun when the Knicks are good, of course, with our proximity to the Garden and everything.
Oh, yeah, dude.
And then, for the Mavs, I mean, Luka 21-11, but once again, we've covered this in nauseum. The 3-point ball, coming back to bite, 8-37 from 3-point range, 21.6%. I mean, you're just not going to win a game in the NBA shooting like that.
Dude, he looked pretty bad last night. There was a few shots. Even the announcer was like, and Luka with the shot, and he just goes, oh, because it was just like an air ball, and it was just like, oh god, dude, like it was funny. But yeah, I mean, when you think about the Mavs, I mean, it's pretty much all Luka, dude. And if he's not doing anything, I mean, the team's dead in the water.
Yeah, I mean, and they are slightly ahead of the Knicks in terms of record, 22-19. So they're a team too. We might see make some moves, but yeah, Luka 1 of 9 from 3-point range last night. So it's just like, I feel like with him too, it's like, yeah, I mean, he could shoot a 3-ball decently, but it's like, why not just drive? I feel like he's so good at driving to the basket.
He was really good, dude. He's agile. He's light on his feet, and he can get around defenders pretty easily. I mean, again, I don't know. I mean, we talked about it yesterday too, the obsession with the 3-ball, and even when it's not working for you, you're still taking shots, trying to force it. Which is definitely something I noticed the Mavs did. A lot of them were forcing shots. The Knicks were playing, good defense, and they were still just like hand in the face, forcing shots, missing a lot. Even with Luka too, specifically, dude. You can't be doing that, dude. Like, find an open man, drive to the hoop, kick it out. Like, you gotta do something.
High percentage, smart shots.
Yeah,
that's the way to go. And unfortunately, that's not the plan that the Lakers had last night, as they fall again to the Kings. 125-116, evening up their record at 21-21. So same record as the Knicks here.
Wow.
Darren Fox, a prime example of what we're talking about. He's of course very good at driving to the basket. 29 points, 0 for 2 from 3-point range. that he's obviously, an ascending player, and that's something, he found something that worked and he went with it, and that obviously hurt the Lakers. And going into this game, I was a little concerned about defending him because, like I said, he's just very quick with that first move. And then the rest of their team, Harrison Barnes, 23.7 boards.
No relation.
He's been playing well. I've always liked Halliburton. 14 points, 10 assists. And despite the Kings, being 10 under 500 at this point, there is a lot of talent there. So just be interested to see, can they make some moves to finally be competitive after all these years? And on the Lakers side of things, once again, it's the LeBron and the Malik Monk show. LeBron 34, 7, and 6. Monk 22.6 and 9 from 3-point range. Austin Reeves had a nice game. But then other than that, Westbrook 2 for 14.
Oh, how many threes?
That's actually a good question, but I want to say that, let's see. Okay, I got it right here. 0 for 5.
0 for 5.
Yep. So you take that into account. The Lakers actually, with the 0 for 5 in mind, you remove that, their percentage wasn't bad. With that, they were 16 to 47. That's 34%. So the other guys were knocking down their threes.
Right.
LeBron got a little carried away, 3 for 12 from 3-point range, but he shot very well. I think he's over 40% this year from 3-point range. So you can't, fault him for that. But here we are, Tony, after another Laker game, and you hear me saying they got to do something. They got to make a move. And I just hope a game like this really gets the front office to do so.
Yeah, I think, dude, honestly, they got to get rid of Westbrook.
Yeah. But
get him out of there, man. There is a direct correlation between their losses and the amount of threes he takes. I'm confident in that.
It's just crazy at this point because you don't want to give up anybody that's valuable.
Mm-hmm.
Their best move might be to just release him. Isn't that crazy?
That is ridiculous if they end up just releasing him.
Or a buyout.
Right.
If you couldn't trade him or you had to give up, Horton Tucker or Monk just to get rid of him and not really get anything back, would you just buy him out?
I guess so, right? It's really your only option at that point. Your hands are kind of tied.
Yeah. Stunning fall. It's almost worse than the fall that Melo had before he rebounded.
Oh, do you think Westbrook was ever going to rebound?
No. I think it's over, honestly.
That's terrible, dude.
Yeah.
What's the deal with Davis?
I think we're going on about a month that he's been out. I haven't heard any updates. I just want to check before we move on here real quick. What do we got for AD? So, let's see.
He's got to do. I don't know why he's so injury prone, that dude.
You're gonna see Anthony play a lot at the 5 when he's back. Yeah, nothing. But I think it's soon. But if I had to just put my best guess, I would imagine that we're still a couple weeks out here.
Right.
But obviously him coming back will be a welcomed addition, and I think the Lakers are going to take off, and especially if that could coincide with Westbrook being gone.
Yeah.
I think we would see a team that we haven't seen all season.
Yeah, dude. I really hope so because, like you said, LeBron is pumping out some really good numbers. He's having some great performances in games, and it's just all for nothing because they end up losing because no one else really does anything.
Yeah.
It's honestly ridiculous because you would think, again, we talked about maybe their faulty strategy in terms of bringing in only older veterans and stuff like that, but it's just like you'd expect them to be better than what they are right now.
Yeah.
Easily.
So we'll see what happens, but I have to say, I kind of, in a way, was an apologist all year saying, he's good at driving the basket. He'll figure it out. But I think I'm throwing my hands up and just saying, just cut him. Just get rid of him. I don't want to see him. Don't want to hear from him.
Does LeBron say anything about him, post game or anything, dude?
No. How LeBron will always do an indirect call.
Right.
He's never going to directly call somebody out on his team. But hard to blame him the way he's performed this year. It's just time and time again. And before we get to our locks, just running it down quickly, your Jazz did fall last night, 111-91. Tony at home, 20-point loss. I guess they're feeling the loss of Rudy Gobert. It's the only thing I can think of.
I guess so, dude. Kind of unfortunate. I think I did pick him yesterday.
Yeah, you did. So, but I did pick the Bulls, who lost 138 to 111.
They got blown out. What was that?
I mean, Harden actually had a good game, and he's chirping after the game. Like, sit down, dude.
Honestly, dude, you're in no position to be chirping.
Durant, I mean, 27-9, that's good. And I mean, Harden, probably his best game of the season, 25 points, 16 assists, 7 boards, 5 of 8 from 3-point range. Kyrie only had 9 points, but it didn't matter. You got 21 from Patty Mills off the bench, 6 3-pointers. So I think it was a lot of, I mean, they had 17 3-pointers. I mean, that's why you win by that many.
Were they were in Utah last night?
No, they were in Chicago.
Oh, sorry, Bulls, right?
Yeah.
In Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was hearing on the radio all the separate fines they would get if Kyrie played at home.
Yeah. Because I brought that up, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, do you agree with them just not sucking up the fines or no?
I mean, it's kind of outrageous because they're like the fines compound every game he plays at home. So I mean, I don't know, dude. I don't really think it falls on the responsibility of the team as much, as it is, I guess, Kyrie. I don't know. I don't blame them for not playing him at home, but I mean, at that point, I mean, I guess he doesn't do terrible when he does play. I guess, like you said, what do you have 9 points last night? I mean, it isn't. Again, it's not nothing crazy, obviously, nothing that he should be doing. But I don't know. I don't blame the team for not putting up the fines.
Yeah, I mean, I think at this point they honestly don't need him.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But either way, they're not going to win. So I already said that. Durant, Harden, Irving, not winning a title in Brooklyn. Guarantee it. You heard it here first. So give me something, Tony, for tonight. I mean, what do we got here? 5 games, doubleheader on TNT, Warriors Bucks, followed by Trail Blazers and Nuggets. Just announced, I think Dame is having surgery or something. He's going to be out a while. So that doesn't bode well for my fantasy basketball team.
Oh, gosh, dude.
Got to make do.
Fantasy basketball, Barnes?
Absolutely.
Don't you just want to take a break?
No. Yes, I told. What can I say?
All right, dude. Give me the Clippers tonight. They're in New Orleans against the Pelicans. I mean, obviously, Paul George sucks, but I mean, against the Pelicans, dude, they should be able to I feel handle the Pelicans. Clippers are 21-21 as well. I feel like every fucking team we're talking about is 21-21. But after tonight, they're gonna be 22-21. Clippers, give me more, so it's 25 points, maybe 5 or 6 rebounds, dude. Couple assists, leading the team. Obviously, give me Clippers. What's the over under 215?
Yeah.
Well, give me Clippers 105, Pelicans 99.
Okay.
Give me the under.
All right. I am gonna go to a place you don't really usually go because I mean the Warriors usually make you look like a fool, but I'm gonna go Bucks here at home against the Warriors. Warriors coming off that disappointing loss to the Mavs the other night, and I just think the Bucks are here to say, hey, let's pump the brakes a second. We are the defending champions. You haven't won a title in 4 years, whatever the case may be. Clay obviously has looked decent since he came back, but he's still getting used to his routine and everything. And I just think Curry is, despite if you look at it at the end of the day, his percentages are always good, but he's really prone to those 5 for 20s because he just keeps shooting them. But when he's making them, it's insane. You can't stop him. And obviously I've been on the wrong side of that, with the Cavs matching up with the Warriors in the finals. So I know what that's all about. But that being said, give me the Bucks here. The total's at 224. I think, we've talked about it all year with defense. Both teams play with good defense. So give me the Bucks 105 and the Warriors 98. And Giannis will have a 40-point triple-double as the Bucks take this one.
Nice, dude. Did you see Clay run into the ref? I think it was the game against the Mavs.
I missed that.
Dude, he's running down the court, right? Obviously, the ref is running down the baseline, right? As normal, she's doing fine. And Clay is not looking. He's watching the play and he's just running. And he drifts to the right, almost off the court, and just trucks this ref, bro.
Dude, that's
they
hilarious.
both fall down. He gets up. He's apologetic. It was mad funny, dude. I mean, you got to feel bad for him a little bit. Obviously, first couple games back. But yeah, I can see the Bucks taking the W here tonight. Are we picking another one or not?
Yeah, might as well.
Might as well, dude. All right, I'm gonna go a little underdog here. I'm gonna say the the Blazers are going to win tonight, dude. Even without Dame. What is it? Nurkic,
and then they also have Anthony Simmons. Simmons.
Anthony.
Yeah.
That name alone, dude. I'm pretty sure like when my cousin was a baby, she was calling me Anthony because she couldn't pronounce Anthony correctly. I think it's absolutely hilarious. His name is Anthony. No offense to him, obviously, but I want to see Nurkic really bully Jokic tonight.
Two guys that were once traded for each other. Imagine if the Blazers had Jokic with Dame.
Oh my God, it'd be over. But for now, dude, I think Jokic sometimes looks a little soft. I feel looks a little tired. He gets draggy a little bit. I feel like in games. I feel like maybe he's gonna come into this game overlooking the Trailblazers, and I think he's gonna get bopped around over here. And I think the Blazers come out on top. Just looking here, give me like 111 to 101.
Yeah, I mean, I could see it because the Blazers have done that. They have to shoot the 3-ball well, and Nurkic, if you can handle him down low, I definitely could see that happening. For my pick here, I'm going to go off a tough, almost buzzer-beating loss. I think the Timberwolves rebound, Ja, toast of the town, Memphis, the Warriors, all that stuff. But I watched that whole game. Anthony Edwards is unbelievable, not to mention Karl Anthony Towns and D'Angelo Russell. So I just think kind of an overlooked spot here. Memphis 5.5-point favorites. Give me the Wolves all day here in a very, very, very high-scoring affair. 131 to 124.
Hammering that over, bud.
Hammering it. Absolutely hammered, like David Peterson coming back from the IL. And that's it. So it should be a fun night in the NBA. But now it's hockey time. Let's go to the world of the National Hockey League.
Alexander Ovechkin's got a breakaway on his own. Ovechkin scores. In they come. Edmonds, what a save by Vasilevsky. Are you kidding me? McAvoy, Frederick. Did you get the license plate number on that truck? McDavid, beautiful move. You just knew that Connor McDavid was going to make a statement. What a goal.
What a goal, baby.
And it's funny, short slate last night. Of course, it's never just chalk for all three games. But we'll start with the results we did expect. And we talked about this on Twitter last night. I believe it was 3-0 after the first. Bruins 5, Canadiens 1. I mean, wait, I forgot. Did you pick the Canadiens yesterday? Or not?
Absolutely not.
I don't know why I was thinking that.
No.
You picked the Bruins?
Yeah, bud.
Okay, because we picked the Stars Kraken game, and then I had the Maple. Okay, just wanted to make sure. So, I mean, no surprise there. Gino is obviously fed up, wants to rebuild the team, kind of what we spoke to yesterday. So, I mean, would you, if you had to put a percentage on it, would you say over 50% chance that Suzuki gets moved before the deadline?
For the deadline?
Or you think they want to build around him?
No, I think they would maybe try and see who they can acquire to put around him.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just trying to see who, Suzuki's good, but I mean, compared to other players in the league, it's not like he's phenomenal. It's not like, oh my God,
yeah.
So I don't know. I think they're going to try and build around him a little bit and see what they can do, how they can develop him, and maybe further down the line, trade him for more people who they can develop eventually. But dude, the Bruins are just looking so good. I mean, they were hammering the Canadiens. We were talking about it last night. It was 3-0 before the first period was over, dude. Marchand with a hat trick.
Lazar with 2 goals.
Yeah, Lazar 2 goals.
Bergeron 2 assists.
I mean, those are the usual suspects at this point. Their first 2 lines are pumping out so much offense. It's ridiculous. And it's I forget what the stat was, but they had however many goals in the past 10 games. And it was 16 different players were involved in all the goals.
Wow.
All of them, all around, great offense. They're really looking nasty, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
and Marchand, I mean, say what you will about how cheeky he gets and how much how dirty plays sometimes, but I mean, he dude, bloody noses, bro. He's getting beaten up. And of course, I mean, the game's like, 4-0 at this point, 4-1. Everyone's getting physical. There's fights left and right. Like no one's really backing down. You got to kind of hand it to Marchand, hand it to the Bruins. I mean, Marchand's a small dude, bro.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's really not afraid to get physical, and it takes a toll. Obviously, the past couple of games, he's on the bench with bloody noses, getting stitched up and stuff. I mean, they're resilient, bro. They're showing a lot of heart and a lot of drive, dude. It's great.
Yeah, no, they absolutely are. So now they find themselves 20-11. So pretty good footing in the Eastern Conference. Yeah. And just in terms of okay, so it's 19 goals for Marchand, and his third goal was shorthanded. So that's obviously pretty impressive.
Oh yeah, and I think he broke a franchise record for shorthanded goals last night. I think.
Okay.
And I think it was his 8th hat trick of his career.
Yeah, so Bruins keep on going. Same thing with Dallas here. They take care of business against the Kraken 5-2. Pavelski with 2 goals, 3 assists. And you also had Hintz coming through with a goal as well. So not really a surprise here, even though I did pick the Kraken, but that was more of a contrarian pick, just based on they're due to win sometimes, but that wasn't the game to do that. The game to do it was the Coyotes 2, the Maple Leafs 1. I mean, please, Tony, make sense of this result to me.
Well, obviously the Maple Leafs, we talk about their offense, dude. And I guess they were kind of due for a little bit of a slow night in terms of offense. Obviously, Coyotes win 2-1, so there wasn't a lot of offense to be had. However, Maple Leafs still had like 46 shots on goal. Vejmelka, in between the pipes for Arizona, 45 saves, 978 save percentage. I mean, dude, he's looking like a really good professional goalie, especially last night to fend off the shots. He had a few diving shots, wide open net on his left side. He swings around, saves a puck with his glove. I mean, again, against a team like the Maple Leafs, to kind of not really hear any of the noise of how good they are, of the stars they have. To just kind of to sit there and to just be a brick wall, bro. I mean, he is the reason why the Coyotes won last night.
Yeah. And this year, I mean, obviously it's more of a product of what he has around him. 4-13, starting in 1 tie or loss. But 3.17 goals against, which isn't great. 9-10 save percentage, tied for 22nd. So definitely one of his better games of the year. And I'm just looking on here. It looks like this is his first season. He's 25 years old. I don't see anything about the draft. I'm guessing he's a guy that they signed from like Europe or something that didn't go through the entry drafts.
Yeah, KHL.
KHL. Okay.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's KHL. Obviously, young guy, like we said, but I mean, for that performance, I don't think his stats really show how good of a goalie he is and how good he could be, how good he could develop into, because the Coyotes do nothing for him defensively. Absolutely nothing. I mean, the Coyotes are flat-footed on defense every shift, bro. They have terrible defense. There's always a man who's not even covered. They have no presence in front of their own net, dude. I think that he's starting to really, I guess, understand the vibe that the Coyotes defense has for him, and he's adjusting accordingly. I think you're going to see some more performances like you did last night out of him.
Yeah, I mean, obviously for Arizona, they'll welcome that. They need a direction, to go in, and someone to build around. So he really could be that guy. Obviously we'll see. Full slate tonight, so it's nice. We have a nice variety to choose from in terms of games. Rangers back in action, 10:30, I believe, against the Sharks. So little late night action there on MSG. So full board, floor is yours, Tony. What do you got?
All right, first game. I've been picking them a lot recently. The Winnipeg Jets are playing the Detroit Red Wings in Detroit. I'm picking Detroit, dude. I really enjoy watching Dylan Larkin play. I have a feeling he's gonna go off. Give me a hat trick. I want 3 goals out of him, 1 assist. He's a great center, wins a lot of faceoffs. A lot of the times, Detroit has a lot of puck possession because of the faceoffs. He wins in offensive zone, defensive zone, wherever. He's a great center. He's a great leader. And I think he has 32 points in the season, 16 goals, 16 assists. I would expect a big performance out of him tonight. Red Wings win it 3-1.
3-1. So
sorry, 4-1. My apologies.
4-1.
4-1. Give me 4-1.
Still go under here.
Yeah.
And despite not knowing the tender situation, have you heard anything in regards to Shesterkin? Is he going to be back tonight or no?
I think he's still COVID protocol.
Okay, so still in COVID protocol, but that doesn't matter. We've talked about Gorgie in length, and coming off that very, very disappointing loss to the Golden Knights. What was it, 4-1 the other night or 5-1?
Yeah, 4-1.
4-1. Okay. I just think the Rangers here on the road, and I think this is the last game of the road trip, isn't it?
Yes, correct. I think they're back home against the Flyers.
Okay.
Or they're in Philly.
In Philly. Next. Okay. Oh, so I guess it's not. Huh.
Well, on the West Coast trip.
West
Coast.
They're
big.
Yeah. But I just think San Jose. I just don't think they're that good. They squeaked out that win against the Red Wings. Obviously, losing Kane I think hurts. And I just think the Rangers, I mean, we've seen this all year. They rebound, and losing 2 out of 3. They haven't done that much this season. And I just think they're really in a rebound spot here. And yes, they do go to Philadelphia before returning home for Toronto, and then they go to Carolina. So kind of a odd schedule.
Yeah, and then they're back home
for Arizona and the Kings.
Yeah.
So I just think, they're due to really have a game here. I'm gonna say they're gonna go 4 goals versus San Jose's 1. So Gorgiev, give him 35 saves, really doing a good job between the pipes. And I think we're going to get a Chris Kreider hat trick.
Let's go, baby.
Which would give him 24, on the season. And I think all 3 goals courtesy of Zibanejad. So, really a team effort. Fox doing what he does on the defensive side of things. Trouba maybe laying a stick or 2. And the Rangers take care of business here under in the Rangers 4-1 over the Sharks.
Let's go, baby. All right, moving on. My next pick. Obviously, we just talked about them recapping last night's game. The Philadelphia Flyers are going to be in Boston tonight.
On ESPN?
At the TD Garden on ESPN. 7 o'clock ESPN. Let's go on television. Going to be a great game. Flyers, they've made some improvements with their power play unit, with their offense too. But I mean, still kind of a little bit especially with the role that the Bruins are on. I'm expecting still another goal out of Marchand tonight. Let's get Bergeron in there. Let's get him a goal. I think Pasternak has been a little quiet in terms of his score making. I'll give him a goal as well. The Flyers probably put up a couple between, Cam Atkinson, I think, was leading the team in points. Claude Giroux as well. They have Kevin Hayes, too, who's always a big body in front of the net. But I really don't think they're going to have enough offensive power to overpower the Bruins. Plus, they have good defense as well. Give me the Bruins. They're going to win it 4-2 tonight.
4-2 for the Bruins. All right. Yeah. And that, I don't think they have a total set. I don't know. Maybe some guys are going back. I would imagine that's a 5.5.
Probably 6.
Probably 6. Yeah. Because the Bruins have been scoring a lot. For my pick here, it was funny. I was looking at the board and, what kind of stands out to me? Oh, Lightning at home against the Canucks. But of course, they did play last night. So I guess that sets up for a Brian Elliott special, also known as a stay away spot. So I'm just not going to touch that game. If I had to pick, I honestly would take the Canucks because he's just awful as a backup goaltender. I am going to go here with a little bit of an upset and in a spot that I don't believe I've ever gone before. Give me the Devils on the road at the Islanders, UBS Arena, Elmont, New York. And I just think, it's time for the Devils here. They've looked a lot better of recent. And I think we're going to go 2 goals for Hughes, as well as a good game from Blackwood in net. You look at what he's done this year, 898 save percentage, 3.24 goals against. That isn't nasty. Good. But I just think the Islanders, they've been very up and down as well. And I just don't think, tell me I'm wrong here, but I just don't think the Devils, for their good recent play, are getting respect here, being this much of an underdog on the road. No?
Yeah, dude. What?
Minus 200 for the Islanders.
Holy shit. Yeah, they're definitely not, dude.
Because they both won 3 out of 5. It's not really. And so I'm gonna say Devils here. It'll be an exciting game, actually. Give me Devils 3. Islanders 2. And Hughes, the go-ahead goal with about 2 minutes remaining. And the Devils pick up another win here. And just in terms of Blackwood, are you surprised that he's struggled the way he has this year? I mean, under 9, I mean, that's pretty weak in terms of a save percentage.
Yeah, honestly, I think he's struggled as of late, right? I mean, he came out of the offseason looking really good. I think he had a couple shutouts to start off the season. And then ever since then, he's kind of tapered off, which is kind of weird for him, honestly, because I thought, he had a few years obviously under his belt now. I kind of thought this season would be a breakout season for him, which it did look like it, but now not so much. So yeah, I'm a little disappointed and a little surprised at his play. I don't know. Again, it's tough because the Devils sometimes their defense could be kind of shoddy. They don't play as physical as I would like them to be. So obviously, the opposing teams gets a lot of looks, a lot of good shots on net and stuff like that. So, I'll give him a little bit of the benefit of the doubt, but I do think he should be doing better than what he is for sure.
Yeah. And then just another newsworthy note here. I just saw it on ESPN.com. Tuukka Rask, the goaltender for the Bruins, will be back tonight. So
he'll be back tonight?
Yes.
Really?
15-5.
No fucking way.
2.28 goals a game, 9.13 save percentage. So that obviously bodes very well for Boston. So they'll welcome him back. And it's funny, that's our selections here. But
wow.
I just looking at these games here, one game that I could because it's just the opposite of what you think is going to happen so many times. Obviously, we saw that with the Coyotes over the Maple Leafs last night. Tell me I'm crazy, Tony, because I know I went with this selection last night. Would you be that surprised, given what we've seen, if the Kraken were able to beat the Blues on the road?
Would I be that surprised from the Kraken?
Eberle.
Honestly, I'd be a little surprised. Yeah, dude.
But I just feel like it's like they're not going to lose every game. I think the Blues are so much better. Kraken are trash.
Yeah.
But it's like maybe an overlooked spot.
I mean, listen, anything can happen in hockey. I can't see the Kraken winning like 2-1 or something like the Coyotes did.
Yeah.
I can't see the Blues not generating a lot of offense. I really can't.
Yeah. No, I'm right with you. So that's just something that stood out. And then, there's not even a line out for it. But, I mean, wouldn't you think at home the Blackhawks would hammer the Canadiens?
It's funny, too. I was looking at that game. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I think Blackhawks win it like 1-0.
Really?
Yeah.
They would offensively. I mean, Kane only 7 goals.
I know. Very, very low. Very low for him.
A lot of assists.
But still, he's 25 assists, which is still, he still has 32 points in the season, which is good. But I mean, dude, like, I don't know. I can't see, obviously, the Canadiens are going to be generating almost no offense. But sometimes the Blackhawks, their defense breaks down a little bit. I could see the Canadiens getting a goal. But then again, I mean, I don't know. I think it's a big toss-up. I think it's going to be incredibly low scoring. I'm going to stand by the 1-0 Blackhawks.
Have you asked Gino, like, is he still watching the games or is he just done?
Gino's definitely still watching the games. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm guessing he has ESPN Plus then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, bro. He makes sure he obviously makes sure he can watch the games. The guy loves to inflict some self-pain, dude. He loves watching. Dude, honestly, it's so funny. I think he's happier like watching his teams lose.
Yeah.
Unless it's the Yankees.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's funny. And then also, there's actually 2 viewing options for you, Tony, tonight, because we got that game on ESPN, Flyers Bruins, but at the same time, so if you want to go maybe dual TV setup, Blue Jackets at Hurricanes on Hulu.
Yeah, but I might. And then of course the Ranger game, MSG.
Oh, and that's late.
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually try to watch at least like a period and a half of that game.
I think you should.
And
it'll be a good game.
Really, I mean, when you look at it, do you think it all comes down to, because I do think the Rangers on offense, will have enough, but just defensively containing Meyer? I mean, is that really the only guy on that team that you're concerned about?
Yeah, I wouldn't say the only guy, but I mean, who they have Tomas Hertl as well. He's pretty decent. I think he's had a hat trick this season. But yeah, dude. I mean, I feel like It's going to come down to the Rangers defense. It's going to be about, sticking to your man, not leaving anyone open, not giving the Sharks enough space. I want you to like suffocate them defensively, play a physical game, finish your forward checks. Don't let them really have too much possession in your own zone. Block a lot of shots. It's going to be a lot of good defense is going to be needed for them to win this game. Because like you said, the offense isn't really that much of a question. So yeah, dude, let's get some good defense tonight.
Yeah, let's go. So a lot of good games to watch tonight. And then also I will be watching later on, and it's nice because usually, a golf tournament starts on a Thursday. So, if we're on an East Coast time schedule,
right,
they're teeing off in the morning, but being the time difference in Hawaii, that's, starting at, I think, at 12 o'clock or 3 o'clock. So coverage, I think, till 7. And that's ESPN Plus. All the golf on ESPN Plus this year. So that's just fun to have that option. So I'll be watching that. And I'm telling you, Chuck Howell III will be hoisting that trophy come Sunday afternoon.
I don't know, dude.
You're really set on Higgs, huh?
Harry Higgs, baby.
Harry
Higgs.
I haven't looked him up statistically. I mean, he's got to have won a tournament or two, right?
No
way. Oh, because he's like a younger guy.
He's younger, 22, I think, something like that. Yeah.
Wow, what a spot that would be. Hawaii for your first win.
I know, dude. I think it's the time. Dude.
Yeah. So I can't I can't wait to watch the golf and eventually get back on the golf course. So a lot of good stuff to watch. And you see that tweet I tagged you in Masters? I forgot what they said. It might have been 65 days or something until the Masters. So we're gonna be there before we know it.
Yeah, dude, it's coming up quick.
But other than that, I know we got a special screen time coming up about what, 10:30 today?
10:30 today. We're gonna be going live. What are we doing? Doing best medieval movies, dude. Kicking it old school. There's gonna be a lot of sword fighting and heads getting cut off, putting on stakes and shit. It's gonna be a good episode, dude. And of course, Mike and I are hitting the gaming corner too. We're playing Super Smash Brothers online, 2v2s, baby. 2s, Barnes.
Wow.
2s.
You know what we got to set up? Gaming corner, me against anybody, Madden or 2K.
I'm down. Yeah, you should play Mike in 2K.
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys have it, but I could just bring in my PlayStation too.
No, yeah, I have 2K on my PlayStation. Okay. Do you have the newest one?
Yeah. No, actually I don't, but I'm gonna get it.
I think I have 21.
Yeah, that's what I have. But I'll get the new one.
Yeah, and I have Madden 21 too. So dude, we can.
Yeah, no, let's do that. And I'm not even like good, but it's just so much fun. Like Madden, I think I like Madden better. Really? 2K, I think they've ruined the game the last couple of years. Not that I still can't play it, but it used to be just very simple. Like, top of the release, just release it, done. And now it's like, oh, you didn't release it right. You're gonna miss a wide open layup. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, you haven't noticed that?
I don't miss wide open layups, Barnes.
I mean, I can't say the same.
Yeah. But I don't know. I think I lean towards 2K a little bit more than Madden, I guess.
Really?
I don't know. I think they're kind of this. Maybe they're a little bit the same for me.
No, but I understand the pick fest in Madden is
yeah. Oh, dude,
and the fumble fest.
The fumble fest, and then it's also like I hate when I'm playing someone and like I don't play Madden a lot, so it's like all of a sudden they're going like no huddle, like calling audibles to the line all the time. I don't have any chance of changing what my defense is, bro. Like. I'm trying. I'm hitting the buttons, but then he's tapping the ball already, and it's like, bro, like, can we just fucking play?
See,
like,
it's funny that it's hilarious that you actually say that because I'm a big hurry up guy on offense.
Yeah, I just so annoying.
Don't even think about it. Just press it, and then I can all blow out, go to the run, go to the pass. I love Madden. I don't actually play that much, but I really do enjoy playing. So
I definitely prefer the show and NHL.
Dude, I don't even know how we didn't think about that, but I guess we're at a point now where it's like, might as well wait for the new show to come out. But those are going to be some additions to the gaming corner. So
yeah, I think it's gonna be dope, dude. We haven't played a PlayStation game at all in the gaming corner. It's the first time ever, bro.
Everyone, look out for that. Everybody, of course, enjoy your day. Enjoy screen time coming up. Keep commenting, liking, subscribing. Check out all of our videos on our YouTube page. Get some merch at downtimetv.com, and we will see you mañana.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.